Okay guys, so I'm gonna be really raw and really real with you guys because this is something that is quite shocking. So we got the gameplay reveal, some information about the new upcoming game from Bungie called Marathon. However, the gaming community is already responding and the answer is pretty intense. Now, honestly, I'm intrigued about this game, but I am already seeing many signs that this particular game can fail very rapidly. First and foremost is the fact that the gamer reactions on the trailers, we see them here, they're pretty bad. I mean, we have in this one 6,000 dislikes and 3,000 likes. So as you can see here, the numbers are already going against them, and the game is releasing in a matter of months, which is pretty shocking. And this comment summarizes everything. I miss the days when the shooters comes with epic campaigns and multiplayer modes in one package. Yes, now this is not only video. If you go to other videos, for example, we have the same problem. We have to this one here, we have again the same issue, 5.5k dislikes, 2.9k likes. So the gameplay, as you can see here, is pretty typical run-of-the-mill, which is the problem with many people. Now, you may like the gameplay and the art style. The art style is very out there, to be honest, but there is a problem. And already some people are talking about the fact that what if Bungie already done everything wrong with Marathon? That's the question, guys. That is the biggest question. Now, remember, this game is going to be priced at a premium, so it will not be $70. Most likely it will be between $30 to $40, which is still quite a lot of money to pay for a game which is not going to have a story mode. It's not going to have PvE, it's only going to have an extraction shooter mode with 3 maps, and it's going to be PvPvE. And I know that many people don't really like that mode because it's very stressful, you know, you're not chill whatsoever, and it could be annoying, right? It could be annoying because you are at the mercy of other people, and if your teammates are pretty crappy, then you will effectively have a very annoying time. The gameplay itself, again, is pretty boring and bland. Some people said that they liked it, but I've seen social media, again, this is just the majority of what people have said online, and the vast majority of people said that the gameplay itself looks pretty bland, as in nothing hyper interesting, nothing special here. It just looks more of the same, right? So why would you pay $40 for a game where you get more of the same? That's the question, right? Because there's already extraction shooters out there which are really good. Escape from Tarkov is a very popular one, of course. Now this one is a more accessible one. Bungie said that it's going to be an accessible kind of extraction shooter, not as punishing, but also it doesn't have proximity chat, which is a bit stupid, to avoid toxicity, although you can, you know, mute the microphone if you so want to, but hey, that's their decision. Nonetheless, the gamer reactions are pretty interesting here. If we can hear the following here: more I think about this announcement, more I realize how soft gaming has gotten. People are going to be annoying, of course, it happens with voice chat. That's why there is a mute button, right? Common sense. Prediction on the initial sale numbers for the game, 60k sales potentially. I mean, that is a possibility. Now imagine this, but a single player game, good old story campaign with cutting edge graphics that help realize the vision, maybe even a co-op mode, but no live service. What a waste of IP and world building. Now this is what many people are saying. This is the problem we have here. Many people are complaining about this because it just has so much potential, because the world building looks interesting, the character design looks quite out there, it's quite unique, to be honest. It's quite, I would say, you know, interesting combinations. I would say they're quite, you know, very different from what we're used to. And then we have this run-of-the-mill extraction shooter, which is very repetitive and stuff, which is, again, what is happening here, guys? What is the problem here? Why are we seeing literally games which are trying to effectively get the same, I would say, same content or same trends just so they can effectively try to do more sales, or what the heck is going out here, guys? This is the problem here. Now again, also we have the problem of the designs, the androgynous designs of the characters. For to be honest, they're quite shocking. I mean, yeah, these are the designs from Marathon, and this is from Marvel Rivals. Again, we have the problem that because it's a Western game, Western developers just do not want to make men and females anymore. They just want to make androgynous, non-binary characters because they believe that that's what the modern audience wants, which, as we know, that's not the case. We had the problem that with many other games in the past, gamers want distinct characters, males or females, with distinct body characteristics. That is common sense. I mean, you don't have to be have an IQ of 200 to understand that, basically, right? This is a very good comment here. Now, I don't really agree with the fact that the game is uninspiring. It is inspiring, but the gameplay looks quite dull, to be honest, right? A modern game from a once-revered studio that lost its muse decades ago. The lack of attractive, beautiful female characters is impossible to ignore. I mean, yeah, we know that because, of course, this is a game made by, Western studios, and Western studios absolutely hate making attractive female characters. That's their problem. They just want everyone to be very androgynous, right? Like no gender whatsoever, because they believe that that is what Western wants, which is completely not the case, right? But yeah, that's the problem we have right now with this game, guys. Honestly, I believe that Marathon is... Yeah, and also this is quite funny one as well, which I believe is just hilarious. Marathon Alpha application contains a completely unnecessary gender identity questions. It does not matter if you are male or female or whatever. There was no reason for this except to virtual signal. I mean, look at this one here. That's just ridiculous. Please select woman, man, non-binary, trans, not listed, or prefer to self-describe like as what? As a, robot, as a, android, as a zombie. I mean, it's just like why, right? And of course, this one is the best answer here. Non-binary. I mean, you have to give this prep. This guy literally posted something really cool. But yeah, that's the problem here, guys. We have quite a few issues with this game, and honestly, I don't know, to be honest. Like, it does feel that the game could have potential. I mean, some screenshots look interesting. Obviously, people will pass judgment when the game releases, but it's a very tough pill to swallow. The fact that this game is going to be $40 approximately, is going to be a game as a service without any offline modes. Is going to be persistent connection, so if the game goes offline, that's it. Your money spent on the game is gone forever. And yeah, it all depends on I would say the audience, because that's the problem. If this game does not have a big audience, same as what happened with Concord. Concord had very little people playing the game on release, and that killed the game in less than 2 weeks. So that is the main issue. Now, I mean, yeah, this is I love it. If only it was a single player platformer like Mirror's Edge on a semi-open or open world single player action adventure, I would have been all over it. And that's exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem. Many people are thinking the same thing. This has so much potential, but is steered in the wrong direction because Sony is seeing the dollars as game as a service with season passes, with battle passes, with microtransactions. But gamers are not going to be there to throw tons of money in a game where you are already set for failure, because you are expecting people to pay $40 to have the privilege to play this game as an extraction game. And yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, honestly, I just feel that they are really heading towards a very bad start, because the reactions of the gamers are everything. Remember when this happened with Concord, they said that this was just white noise, that people complaining and people disliking, it was just white noise, like it was not relevant. You remember, like, the press said that as well. The creators, they said they don't listen to the comments. The creators of the game of Concord, they said, Fireworks Studios, that they don't pay attention to the comments, the negative reviews whatsoever, to the reactions, and they just say they want to just release the game and that's it. Well, how did that happen? They released the game, and guess what? Nobody played their game. The game was an absolute disaster, and that is the problem. History could literally repeat itself because of this, I would say, toxic positivity which is happening at Sony and has been happening for a very long time, where the developers and the directors and leaders, they don't look at the gamers' feedback, to be honest. They just see that as gamers' feedback as irrelevant, that we don't know what we want, we have no idea what we want and whatever, or they just hate whatever. But then look beyond, because so many people disagreeing with this effectively means that something is definitely wrong with this. Something is definitely wrong and does not make any sense. But guys, that's it for today's video on this one. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe that this game is going to be successful? Do you believe that this game is going to have a ton of players playing it? Like, this game needs at least 100,000 concurrent players to survive. If it doesn't get that, this game will die within a couple of weeks or months, because that's how harsh the market is right now with these sort of games. So guys, that's it for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next ones.